can be trained. And, you know, even if the Ministry of Justice assists in the payment, because for the JPs, they're voluntary service, and we pay for their training once they're interested in being trained. And I think this should be so across the island. So, colleagues, this is a bill which took some time because we bounced it off what is happening in other countries, especially Singapore, and we really want it to be acted on. We really believe that if Jamaicans use mediation more, then Jamaica can become the peaceful and harmonious place it should be. So, colleagues, I want to thank you and hope that when we return next week to sort out the minor changes as suggested by the member from Northeast, St. Elizabeth, we will just pass the bill next week. So thank you, members, for your support.
Mr. Speaker, in light of that, we ask that you suspend debate on the bill.
The request is on the floor for the suspension of the debate. Those in favor? Those against? Ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, it is not intended to do any further business this afternoon, and as such, we ask that the House be suspended for a date to be adjourned for a date to be fixed.
The request is on the floor that the House be adjourned for a date to be fixed. Those in favor? Those against? Ayes have it. This House now stands adjourned.
March 31, 2023. Annual report of the Casino Gaming Commission for the financial year 2023-2024 and its related ministry paper numbered 45 of 2026 titled Casino Gaming Commission Annual Report for the year ended March 31, 2024. Annual report of the Integrity Commission for the financial year 2025-2026. The Insurance Amendment Regulations 2026 under the Insurance Act. The Pension Superannuation Funds and Retirement Schemes Investment Amendment Regulations 2026 and its resolution under the Pension Superannuation Funds and Retirement Schemes Act. Integrity Commission's investigation report into concerns that Ms. Janet Cunningham, a Chief Internal Auditor, formerly employed to the Cannabis Licensing Authority, failed to file her statutory declaration with the Commission for the year 2023 contrary to law and notice of its indicative rulings. Integrity Commission's investigation report into concerns that Ms. Octavia Ming Campbell, a procurement officer, formerly employed to the Cannabis Licensing Authority, failed to file her statutory declaration with the Commission for the year 2023 contrary to law and notice of its indicative ruling. Auditor General's Department certified appropriation accounts under Head 20011 Recurrent Accountant General's Department for the year 2016-2017, Head 2000 Minister of Finance and the Public Service for the year 2022-2023, Head 20000 Recurrent Minister of Finance and the Public Service 2022-2023, and finally Head 56000C Capital for the Minister of Science, Energy and Technology 2022-2023. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Bills brought from the Senate.
A memo from the Minister of Energy, who is quite appropriately recognized that I need to give approval. He is not well, and he therefore has promised to have the questions answered next week. So as a reasonable member, I am acceding to his request.
Plants need water to survive.
Motions that may be made at the committee.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. The ungodly, they are not so. They are like a shaft which the wind driveth away. Yes. So, what happened to Darrell? Darrell heard Philip Paulwell on this program said that there was going to be fireworks in the parliament today. So the man no bother forward. Man no bother forward at all. Number of closure after investigation 10. Number of ruling to charge prosecute 2. Number of prosecution 1. Potential illicit enrichment and false information. Number of closure after investigation preliminary inquiry 6. Number of rulings to charge prosecute 1. Number of rulings not to charge 1. So it's that a parliamentarian, members of Senate. So there's no senator, 1 councillor, number of closure after investigation preliminary inquiry, 1 councillor, number of ruling to charge / prosecute, 2 councillors, number of ruling not to charge, no councillor, no night. That little something them where the table below detail of the matrix of statutory declaration examined and outcome during the period April 1, 2018 to March 31, 2026. So I'm going to take a little time to go through this. It has just been tabled. Normally, they will tell you how many people who are under investigation for illicit enrichment. I have not seen that yet. So I am still combing through. The headlines from RGR News stated that they are concerned as the Integrity Commission of the amount of people who are challenging their ruling. It is the right of every individual to challenge or not to challenge any allegations or charges against them in a court of law. So, Integrity Commission, if you do your work, then you don't have anything to worry about. So, just sit tight and defend yourself in the court. Defend your rulings. Now, there is a lady I see out there saying that she get message for Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Yeah, so she get message for Prime Minister Andrew Holness. But the more these people talk about the third party, the third country nationals coming to Jamaica, is the more hole we find in them story. Yesterday we were talking about whether or not Ambassador Audrey Marks threatened the RGR Gleaner Communication Group. She did an interview with GIS, and I found something out of it very important. So let's go to a clip from that interview.
Understanding is that we have signed a MOU that allows criminals, rapists, murderers to come into the country. Now, a popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send.
Stop. Wanna hear what she say? A popular video going around speaks about what she say, Senator Rubio. Let's play it back. Let's play it back.
That allows criminals, rapists, murderers to come into the country. Now, a popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send third country.
Hold on. Ease out. Ease out. Why my machine move so slow? Wanna find any problem with what she have said so far? A popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio. Speaks about. It couldn't be the same video that we've been playing. Because the video that we have been playing no speak about. The video that we have been playing does not, Miss Marks, speaks about. So I don't understand Auntie Audrey. I don't understand Auntie Audrey at all. Hold on, man. Behave yourself. Yes. I don't understand what Auntie Audrey is talking about. Make a play her again. Because I might have missed it. I might be missing something. Let's play her again.
That allows criminals, rapists, murderers to come into the country. Now, a popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send third country nationals with criminal records, all their rapists and murderers, etc., to other countries. And that is the video that seemed to be driving the narrative. But this entire conversation started on June 16th, I believe, when the Gleaner published an article that said Jamaica had signed the third country nationals MOU with the United States. The MOU was leaked to the Gleaner. So
I want to pull her. Because this video couldn't be this video she's talking about.
For other countries to take people from third countries. So we are acting, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
You think that's the video she's talking about? Because this video don't speak about. This video don't speak about Marco Rubio. This is a video with Marco Rubio saying what he said. But what is shocking, she mentioned the video and walk away, leave it. Yes. She mentioned the video and then she walk away from it. Me don't understand that, Auntie Audrey. If you mention the video then we would expect at least that you would speak and try clarify what the video is saying. Me not expect that you just speak about the video and just leave it so. No. So the more they talk is the more problem we have. But Colin, why not send the TCN to places like Australia and New Zealand if they really want to send them far? This situation is racially planned and it must not happen. You see, I don't understand members of the government. Auntie Adjubegi interview, no man. I'd love to talk to you. Because we can't even cuss GIS because GIS is the government information service. So they will give Giovanni Dennis the questions. Al Jazeera have a video on TCNs. I have not seen it. I have not seen it. Where is Emily copy to read? That is of the diplomatic note. Well, we might have to wait till Thursday or Friday to see if Bramble Shields get it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Welcome, welcome, everybody. It's on X. Send me the link. Send the link to my 1-876-804-7072. Send me the link. If it's on X, I can find it. Can't help but opine that Minister Marks is being set up to fail by someone who is her boss. I post the video on TikTok, DMAR. That's the video from Al Jazeera. I have not seen that. But let me see if I can go on TikTok and find that video from Al Jazeera that you're talking about. But what the video really say? DMAR. I see BMAR. Maybe me and a friend. Send the link to my phone. Because we're not going on my search and not seeing a DMAR. You send the link? Thank you. Let me check it. Because one of my listeners is saying Al Jazeera have a video on the third country national. Don't know what the video say. Don't know what the video say. Looking at my TikTok. Sitting at the House of Parliament. That's not you. I'm not seeing anything from you just now on my WhatsApp at 876-804-7072. I would love, you see, when people lie, them hide from people who will ask the real questions, you know. So I'd love to talk to Miss Audrey Marks because I believe, Audrey,
Understanding is that we have signed a MOU that allows criminals, rapists, murderers to come into the country. Now, a popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send third country nationals with criminal records, all their work
to take people from third countries. So we are active, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country.
Saying they are going to send Rubio going around speaks. A popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send. A popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send. A popular video going around speaks about Secretary Rubio saying they are going to send.
Miss Marks, the video don't speak about Rubio. There's a video of Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, saying that they are looking for third countries to send some of the most despicable people. It's one thing we trump them, you know. Them talk the things them with them all do, you know. Talk them plain. One thing we trump them and Rubio them. Then talk is sitting them. No, Madam Marks, tell us how will Jamaica get the antecedents from these people, from their country of origin? That's what we are asking, you know. Explain to us how you're going to get that background check from their country of origin, from their birth country. Because my understanding is that these people never leave their country as children, they live as adults. So what is their antecedent from those countries? That's what you need to tell us. And until the government can come face to face with a fearless journalist, a journalist who is not on the choir of the government, because quite a few journalists in Jamaica sings on the government's choir. They attend the government's church. So anything the government preach, them say hallelujah, them say amen. Cliff Hughes, George Davis, Bramble Shields on the government's choir. Marshy.
Yes. You know, there's a song that the PNP play with Oldness, just say Eli. You know, them can just slip in apartheid with Audrey Marks now. She lie.
She lie, she lie.
She lie.
Who she lie with? Who she lie?
I want somebody to ask Audrey Marks if Mark Rubio said the thing that the video played.
That's when nobody now asks them about, you know. How do you explain what Marco Rubio said? You hear how she put it? You hear how the woman put it?
You know, video going around. you know the video going around
Talking about Marco, about.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different
And
video
it's
she are
not
talking
talking about
Maybe it's a
the
different
video
video.
going around with Mark Rubio State. And apartheid, you say make no apology.
Listen, man.
So they must send the people that listen. You say the next time you play Adra Marks with that.
Yes.
There's a little clip with Andrew and he said, fully done.
Fully done.
Anytime you play,
Fully done.
just tie that to it. Because that's really.
I know the clip, but I don't have it. Because you see,
Yeah.
sometimes I don't like take a clip where everybody a play. You understand?
Because this woman is not a bright woman. It's not an intelligent woman that I did believe she was. It's nonsense and lie. The video not going around about Mark Rubio said. Mark Rubio said the thing good God and that brother the people himself all right. Make when I say this board. Make when I say the port. These are the people in my export. Think you know I call him the porty. And then people let them export. And what happened now? We want to import them. You know the whole thing about it, man. Make we call spade.
Yes.
Because some money are paid for the deportee aid them. And if some of those deportees get to come to Jamaica, some money are going to come to Paymaster. And she are going to have my food.
Well, and some of them might own the houses that the deportees are going to stay.
Same so, a taken dollar I mean, also my tongue didn't talk. I want to tell you one. And what tongues for a long time. And what tongues for a long time. One man I was certain church and a man may be alive now. So I now but I say, but team tongues, when he feel same thing, him say, catch him on and kill him.
When you say Marshy?
You know what, Kat? You know why these people can go around and say that them have some people who are blogger, and those blogger them don't, you know. They
Marshy.
don't.
Marshy.
Any argument you can then run with it.
You're a church man, don't?
Eh?
You're a church man, right?
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
Last night we had a very interesting program, you know. We continued the program last night because we carry a program on this channel called Religious Freedom.
I must start watching.
It is hosted by brother Peter Stamp. And he's in the hospital now. He's not well. So last night I had to hold on the fort. The discussion was about should women preach or should women be the leader of the church, the head of the church? And it was a hot discussion. But I saw a lady say that she get a message for Prime Minister Andrew Willis. I don't know if you see her.
I don't see. But take a pin. Before I go further, I am one of those who start against women preaching, but they can get message.
Yes.
They can.
They can. The Bible tells you that they can get message and they can prophesy.
Yeah, they can get message.
Hear this, Marshy. Tell me if you know this lady. Tell me if you know this lady.
Prime Minister of Jamaica.
I, the servant of the Most High God and the friend of Almighty God, send to the PM Andrew Holiness to let you know that the Lord said, set your house in order. Set your house in order. Set your house in order. Because big ship has sailed from the ocean.
What that mean, Marshy? She said the Lord tell her to tell Andrew Wellness to set him house in order, cause big ship a sail upon the ocean. What that mean?
Oh, set your house in order, you know. It means, and I don't really think it mean the house where you live in, you know. I think it's for those who you lead, you know. It can interpret in more ways than one, you know. Because the cabinet that he have, the government that he lead, it could be even those, he needs to set them in order and set himself Also, you know.
So it mean
Because
about big ship
one
a
man
sail
did
upon the ocean. John Wool song she a Freddie McGregor tune she a drop. Big ship sailing on the ocean. And we don't need no commotion. There's a time when the wind gets rough. There is a time when the sea gets rough. The wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. Hey, Mr. Man, sit down, hold on tight, get ready, we are sailing. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Hey, what mean, Marshy? What mean?
Hear me. You want me to, just before you go, you see, if those people go and provoke the US will just say, okay, no, me hold on for them visa.
Hey, Marshy, you know, say the protests make international news, though.
Yes.
The protest the other day.
Yes.
It make the wait, hold on. The protests make the Washington Post, you know. Yes. I saw it. I got pull it down last night. Jamaica protest deal with US to host deportee from other countries. That's the headline in the Washington Post.
Yes. And hear me now. Them people don't want nobody tell no lie on them, you know. Them a come out and declare them, and you know.
Then the US declared them already. The US declared them already, you know, them tell you, say, Audrey Marks make the initiation, you know. Audrey Marks said there's a diplomatic note to clear it up. Release it, Audrey. Because we don't believe you. We don't believe you. Audrey. So send on the email to Emma.
No.
Yeah. Hear what the lady say?
Say the man is sailing on the ocean.
Hey, how we don't want no commotion.
Right.
Hey, Mama.
I remember, you know.
Yes.
The big ship sailing or the force on people, you know. People don't go willingly. That ship don't take people willingly, you know.
Oh?
The force them. All they have to do is remember what happened in Caracas, you know.
Yes. Big ships.
I will know how that say.
Big ships were out there. Big ships. Sailing on the ocean.
Your parish is close to a parish with a favorite of mine, you know. Paul Bogle.
Oh, yes.
Paul Bogle was my hero, you know.
The roads are rocky and the hills are steep. The marker scratches and the gullies deep. The town is far. News travels slow and the mountain men had far to go. Bogle took his cutlass at Stony Gut and looked at the small heap of food he got. He shook his head and his thoughts were sad. You can walk like a mule, but the crop's still bad. Bogle got his men and he led them down over the hills to Spanish Town. They made a track to the governor's house, but he sent them back. To be continued.
1865.
Ballad of 65 by Alman Arman. Yes.
The man went for land.
Yes.
Land was the problem.
Yes. Land has always been the problem.
When you look at Bogle last night, him supposed to turn engraving. The government destroyed the house in St. Thomas. Same parish, Bogle Parish.
West Albion.
Same parish.
West
Can you
Albion.
imagine?
Yes.
Colin, I average also a Jamaican have about 3 children.
Average, yes.
Average.
Yes.
So if you lick down 10 homes, 30 people have to be on that tree, you know.
Yes, man. I remember now poor people have more picnic than rich people, you know.
All right. So think about it. No, a human crisis that.
Yes,
No,
man.
no, the violation of human rights.
Of course it is. Major violation.
Colin.
Yes.
Me, member, Mayor Berkeley, right?
Yes.
Me can tell you clearly what I see like when your house smash up. We can get a personal experience.
Because you experienced it recently.
Between me, yes, the difference between me and the people at St. Thomas, you know. Me feel natural disaster, 200 miles an hour hurricane.
Yes.
Them feel bulldozer. A bulldozer, if they feel, you know.
Man-made disaster that them could have said, give me a chance. Charge me for the house. Collect for your land.
Government.
Collect for the land. Give me a payment plan so I can pay you for the land. But they weren't
giving to nobody for the big house and capital land. You remember that statement?
Yes. Every man must own him house up on the hill.
The western section of Jamaica, fully destroyed, house smash up. The government gets enough money to rebuild back the house. The government never build up one. And they turn out in a St. Thomas and a mash up people's house.
And the country silent about it. The country is silent. We hear Luton cousins come out about it. So the opposition is talking about it. But the rest of the country, they're silent.
I mean, is it on the voice in the wilderness?
Yes.
Where nobody can none of the radio station that talk about it, you know.
We know you're not going to talk show them I talk about it.
No.
TVJ did carry a piece on it. Well, hold on. Because some people might take it for joke. I want to hear a lady on it. Hold on. I have a clip with a lady. Hold on the junior vibes. Hold on there.
Newsroom that there was no prior notice of the demolition. 6 structures were brought down between Thursday and Friday by the National Land Agency.
Me see land agency come, I push down people. Oh, so the government sending come.
You hear who?
People.
The government send them.
Right? And the lady house have on top where them push down.
And that is instructive, you know. She said the lady house have on top because if your house have on roof, they're not supposed to demolish your house like that, you know.
No.
Tell her.
Colin, you know why it touched me? Because of what happened to me last year at the hurricane. Right?
Yes.
Well, we can tell you something, right? We can talk my business, right?
Yes.
My father died when I was 7 years old. 7.
Yeah.
Crash and dead. And mother buy a house for when they well to do a month to be when me are 15 years old.
Yes.
You know what I feel like buy a house.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yes.
Now remember me here, Michael Man, they say, when you have a house, you're a man.
Yes.
You know what I feel like when you went by your first house.
Oh God Almighty.
And you can't
the first night I sleep in that house.
It burned me, you know. It burned me, you know.
Me hear it, Junior. Me hear it.
Show me how labor is wicked, you know.
Me hear it in your voice.
Andrew is worse than Hitler, you know.
Jesus.
Andrew is worse than Hitler. The man is the wickedest human being you can imagine, man. You can imagine, man. You look for somebody else, no one else house. Look for you and your wife. Look what house you own.
Hold on, Junior. Hold on, Junior. Hold on, Junior.
Residents told our newsroom that there was no prior notice of the demolition. 6 structures were brought down between Thursday and Friday by the National Land Agency.
Me see land agency come, I push down people house. Say the government send him come push down people house. Right? And the lady house have on top where them push down.
You hear that? I tell you something about my first house, Junior. When I start build my first house, I was living in a rent house, a landlord named Marcus Barnett. And when I told Mr. Barnett that I get a piece of land and I was going to build, him said, very good. Because when I move in a Mr. Barnett house, everybody tell me, say, me can't live there for more than 3 months because the man miserable. I lived there for over 6 years. Yeah? And when I tell Mr. Barnett, Mr. Barnett, you know, say me deck the house yesterday. You know, the man tell me, say, Junior, the man say, you have a roof, move out of my house. The man said, now that you have a roof, go live in it, take time, ping pong, use the money where you pay me for rent, put in window and door, and go live in your house. You now have your own a roof. There's nothing like having your own a roof. So when somebody even go up on piece of land where a government land and build a structure, it is an achievement. And it is a goddamn shame for the government of the country of your birth to bulldoze your house because you are on their land. The government should have deal with a payment plan. Not make you reach roof, man. God Almighty. Then if the land is so important, you never see when the foundation are dig. You never see when them are clear it to stop them from build. House no put on roof in a 1 day or 2 weeks.
The land at Jamaica pay for by the foreparents and them blood and sweat.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Nobody know I'm fool with. But we know our foreparents pay for this through them blood,
sweat, and tears.
And tears.
Yes.
Right? Kali, it burn me, you will leave my bone. We can't tell them what this is, you know. My mother by the house, I'm 50 years old. 15, I'm a third farmer. You know, me feel for a black man in a man to be by a house and Carger. From Carger, the slave master, and black woman by a house.
Yes.
From the slave master. I'm going to tell you, I'll give you a joke, you know. You have someone that sit down in the parliament now, you know, where their grandmother sit down in the house in the 3-month moratorium my mother gets from the bank, you know.
Yes.
I know, make she get the clearance for the 3 months. Where she don't not pay no mortgage. The woman sit down in the house and not go her own house and she have her own house, you know. She have a granddaughter in the parliament now, you know. Every time I see her name, it cut me, you know. The 3 month calling are the same 3 months when school just start. September, November, September, October go down. Then the 3 months there, my mother wouldn't pay no money for mortgage.
Yes.
So we know what I feel like when a woman buy a house. And we know what I feel like when a house mash up. But I can't imagine how I feel when I come in mash up. We say the wickedest man God made the hand on this man. I never self in hell. A wicked man, a wicked Colin, a wicked. When I have no ability to owe me a behave. Because when I said they cut me,
Junior.
they really cut me.
Hold on, Junior.
Colin.
Hold on, Junior.
They cut me on.
He must cut me to hold on.
The Prime Minister of Jamaica.
I, the servant of the Most High God and the friend of Almighty God, sent to the 1 p.m. Andrew Holiness to let you know that the Lord said, set your house in order. Set your house in order. Set your house in order. Because big ship has sealed for the ocean.
Set your house in order, Andrew. Cause big ship.
No.
I see
Standing on the
on the
ocean.
ocean.
Before I go here,
Yeah.
I mean, open money. Money like and
The money not fit him.
now it's enough thing. Money fit my life wanted. Look on the money, they say money on the they show up on there.
Mark
But but all the money I do have, you know, show up on it, you know, fit it. Cool.
The man say money no fit brother Andrew. Yes, listeners and viewers, let me apologize. The internet connection is unstable. So I realize that I'm freezing up from time to time. And on my end, it is telling me that the internet is unstable. I saw it before the program start. I refresh and restart. And I was hoping that we would have a trouble-free program. I even removed some of the videos that I had to show you so as to lighten the load, you know, cut down the amount of data that are using so as to try to keep a stable show. But I understand it's freezing up. But stick and stay with us. Like up the video for me, everybody. Like up the video. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share the channel. Become a Portland Spice ambassador. I don't know what kind of problem Obi was having today as well, because I was trying to listen on the YouTube channel and Obi was having problem over there with the sound. So I don't know what go on with we channel them. Hey, good evening. Welcome. How you do?
Hey, what, Mr. Bell? What, I'm calling. How are you?
Put your house in order. Cause big ship
Come, Miss
sailing
Clear.
on the ocean. You know, anybody know the lady? I don't know her. I just see the video.
Aye. Colin.
Yes.
Mr. Bell, listen, see the lady give one. Me I go tell you, me I go add to it. Come, Miss Clear, take the burden off your head, me dear. Evening breeze a blow, come on in, Miss Flo. You remember evening time?
Work is over now, it's evening time. Me they walk pa mountain, they walk pa mountain, they walk pa mountainside. Yeah, man.
Make we cook a bickle pan the way. So which part these people are going to cook them bickle now? Why, may I tell you? Colin.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes Ronnie used to say, Master and used to say, look where we come to. Woy, look where we come to.
I want Switzerland to play. Switzerland and Colombia. Boy, Argentina I dig like a dog for stay at the World Cup. Sorry, Carla. Sorry.
That's okay, man. That's okay. That's what me saying, though, Colin.
Yes.
Where are these people going to cook them bickle and rest their head and sit down on a mountainside as the evening come, they have somewhere to go?
And look what them have brought
so
down.
Many don't have.
Look what them have brought down the house. The government have no respect for the national hero Paul Bogle. None at all. None.
Not even that. You go find place to put TCNs. because another government pay your money if you take care of their despicables or their unwanted. And your people in your country, they have somewhere to go, but then I have no roof panny. Look on the little old lady in the west where place mashed down, and she's a hunchback. And she praying to God and she holding on. In go give one woman in a Portland one house and I interview himself. And I said no go so. So look where we come to, Colin Bell. Look where we people come to. Look. And I am saying that no one should be happy or easy to sit in the vicinity of this man and his family. Nobody, no one, I don't understand. Because the people that I know and the country that I grew up in and I live in this world and come out in the world, it gave me so much when I come into this world that even though it was a new world, strange world, I could stand on a footing of my own and have a backbone. You understand? You remember the point said, don't lean on others?
Yeah.
These people build a little tattoo and them doing the best they can to survive. Without the prime minister, without help from the prime minister, without any program where you see they cut them road and them build them tattoo. And if boy put on them bickle, then come home to nothing. Listen, that lady that tell the prime minister to put his house in order, he better listen. Juliet Onis better listen. Because the Pharaoh did turn up and talk, and even when Moses said, no say it, he did fool himself and say it, and remember what happens, that was a downward for him. I leave it tonight because I don't have much to say, because it is painful and devastating to watch a government that is elected, as so-called elected, doing this to his own. And then turn around and taking in strangers and giving them what? Luxury. Have a good evening.
Thank you. I tell you no, that tough turn, I tell pastors who have preach, say, you know. Fireman.
Bell, where is it, brother?
Me there, man.
How you do?
Me there.
Boy, Rasta, it bitter out there. It dread out there.
Yeah, man.
It bitter out there. Corruption.
War in a Babylon.
And
Tribal war in a Babylon. He bit out there. He slide out there. War in a Babylon. Max Romeo.
Colin.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, my brother. You know, Colin, I am 6'2" tall. But I can tell you that in my chest, I have a heart that is as loving and as soft as porridge. Make me into a baby when it comes to care for my people.
Yes.
Colin, let me tell you something. Our callers who are on the other end, sometimes they see us and we carry a brave face because of what we're doing. But believe me, we're bleeding and our eyes are teary. Today for me, Colin, was one of those moments. And I tell you, when I had to carry the story, about the lady in her wheelchair on the tarpaulin almost 1 year after Hurricane Melissa. And she asks for help time and time again. She is in Northwest St. Elizabeth. That's the constituency that was being represented from J.C. Hutchinson for a year, now represented by young Morris or Morrison. And Colin, when you look at those things, 10 months after, almost a year, and people like yourself, Colin Bell, I, Ralston Hyman, Dr. Burgess, the president of the Master Builders Association, to name a few, opine or argue, talk about over and over and over and make the recommendation, put it to the government, free of cost, that listen, you could have built out up to 10,000 houses for people who have suffered from Hurricane Melissa within a matter of weeks. And Colin, you did it so well. You talk about what the measurement you use always,
24 by 12.
24 by 12.
Build shell,
and a top,
roof and floor and columns. Give it to the people and they will put in the sides. That could withstand a category 5 hurricane. Because the government came out and said we must build back with resilience. Can $70,000 build back with resilient? Can 250,000 build back with resilient? Can 500,000 build back with resilient?
The answer is a resounding no. And Colin, you know why? You know where the rubber really hits the road? Is that our brothers and sisters, primarily here at home, but primarily from the diaspora, would have sent $1.44 billion, and I think maybe more, but we're talking about that amount, the $1.44 billion. And to date, only, well, today, let me put it the other way. Today, 98% of that money have not been spent. Hold
on.
Go ahead.
Because I want to talk a little bit about that money. Because there are some people who lack understanding. And they are out there saying that the government spends $60 billion. So what is 1.44 billion? You must understand that the $1.44 billion is sacrifice money. So holding on that money is like your thief church collection. When a little picnic throw 10 cents and a old lady throw $5. It's not a lot, but to the person who never have it to give and gave their little bit, it is sacrifice money. No, understand. So that $1.44 billion is going to bring down the government. But let me just say something more that I see in the chat room. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Because the Integrity Commission annual report was tabled. And one of my listeners, viewers, subscribers, ambassadors just wrote in the chat room that is 14 parliamentarians that is under investigation for illicit enrichment. 14. 14. And I would want to think that all 14 are members of the government, the Andrew Olness administration. Continue. Continue.
This is something else. This is something else, Colin. So as you ably did just now, Colin, in explaining that, there's a thing that we call, Colin, there's a term that we call ring fence. Ring fence. That money should be ring fence It's not a money that's supposed to be used for say, listen, you are going to do that out there, so you are going to do this out there. It is money that is supposed, its sole reason for that is to use to help the people.
That
to
money
put back
should have
their
helped the
lives
worst
together.
of the worst. That old lady that you're talking about. That
Mhm.
money out of that, the money they should have put that the lady there in somewhere suitable right away. That money did for help the blind man we don't have nowhere to go. That money supposed to help the little old man where I walk up and down, I catch you so tonight, catch this so tomorrow night. That is sacrifice money and your wholeness. There are people who contribute to that fund that give that money out of them nothing.
Absolutely, Colin. And before I go, I want to just underscore the point that you and Junior made earlier. And I heard the pain in Junior's voice.
Oh God, man, the man cry. The man cry.
I heard the pain in his voice.
Yes,
you know, Colin, when you talk about, and as you correctly said, when you talk about the parish of Saint Thomas, Tony got, Paul Bogle, that gave his life.
Yeah, man.
He died on the gallows.
After Bogle them go Spanish Town, you know. Remember, you know, when they go Spanish Town, you know, go check the governor, you know. They run them, you know. And when them a come back, you know, and when them a come back, Bogle get angry. Bogle said, this thing is wrong. They think we weak, but we are hillsmen strong. Rouse up yourself. We'll march all night to the vestry house to claim our right. The Monday morning was choppy clear when the men from Stony got drew near, clenching their sticks in their farmers' hands to claim their rights in their native land. How many mourn and many were dead. That same day, when the vestry flame rose red, it was chopping and shooting, and when it done, Paul Bogle and his men knew they had to run. They run for the bushes where they hoped to hide, but the soldiers poured in from Kingston side. They took their prisoners to Morant Bay, where they hung them high in the early days. Andrew Holness here the spot. Paul Bogle died, but his spirit walks. Anywhere in Jamaica, where brave men talks, where brave men gather and courage thrill, as they did those days in St. Thomas Hill. How dare you, Andrew Holness, send bulldozer to bulldoze houses in St. Thomas? How dare you, on government land, the people land where Paul Bogle dead for Andrew Holness and hundreds of St. Thomas warriors died for those land, and you go bulldoze the people in house. Judgment! Judgment!
Judgment!
Judgment!
Judgment! Judgment! Judgment! I tell you, Colin, I am hoping that one of his surrogates who is listening will capture at least this portion of the program and send to Andrew Holness, and he will lead a march in St. Thomas and go there and apologize to the people and rebuild their houses and start the process of regularization for those people and those land in St. Thomas. I rest my case, Colin. God bless you.
Warning to the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Colin?
Yes,
indeed. I am saying, I don't know if you heard the last part of what I said.
Everything how you said, me heard.
Good. So we are urging the Prime Minister of Jamaica to do that. As a matter of fact, he should basically, the message should be sent to him and reaching back Jamaica at the airport. He shouldn't head to Jamaica House. He should head eastward, more easterly, and go and carry out that act of duty, apology, and make arrangement for the rebuilding of those people houses and go further with the regularization of those people who are living on the government land, our land, the land that Paul Bogle and other of our foreparents died for. Blood, sweat, and tears. Andrew, you said to us that you were born in a one-bedroom board house on Cumberland Road. At times you said 2-bedroom, but we're going to forgive you. We're not going to hold you hostage for the number of bedroom. What we're holding your arm against, holding you to, is the fact that you should have a heart. You should know what it means. You should understand the pain of poor people. Take it easy, Colin. God bless you.
Later.
God bless.
Newsroom that there was no prior notice of the demolition. 6 structures were brought down between Thursday and Friday by the National Land Agency.
Me see land agency come, I push down people house. Say the government send him come push down people house. Right? And the lady house have on top where them push down.
Then Bogle thundered. This thing is wrong. They think we weak, but we hillsmen come. Rouse up yourself, we'll march all night from Stony God. Junior. Your farmers' hands to the rights. War for the rights of the Jamaican people. They were chopping and shooting, and when it done, Paul Bogle and his men knew they had to run. They ran for the bushes where they hoped to hide, but the soldiers poured in from Kingston side. They took their prisoners to Morant Bay, where they hung Paul Bogle and the St. Thomas warriors high in the early days. Paul Bogle died, but his spirit talks and walks anywhere in Jamaica where freedom walks, where brave men gather and courage thrill as they did those days in St. Thomas Hills. The lands in St. Thomas was fought for, and paid for with the blood of Paul Bogle and the St. Thomas men. Judgment, 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 judgment. Pauno. A government land. Rally there. Ralston Hyman.
Yeah, man.
Judgment for Andrew Wellness and in government. The bulldozing people house in St. Thomas. West Albion government land. Them a bulldoze the people them house pan. The land where Paul Bogle and dead for. Paul Bogle and the St. Thomas warriors, them dead for the land. If the people them dep on the land and build till them put on roof on the house, give them a payment plan. Make them pay for the land. Give them time to pay for them land, a feed them land, a fuel land. Why you bulldozing the people them house? See him like how him did go over Clifton and bulldoze the people them house.
Wow.
What kind of government? What kind of government we have? When
That's
people
not
on our
good.
west now know if you leave, you're putting more people out the door.
That's not good.
Can't good, Rally.
No, that's not good. Not good.
Can't good. Wagwan.
Yeah, there.
Tell us what's going on in the economy.
Well, not much will take place. The BOJ tomorrow will be mopping up $10 billion. The NIR remains flat, up by 5. Call it $6 million. And we hear Fly Green saying that the Chinese have given him assurances that the Alpha plant will be opened in June of next year.
June of next year. How many deadlines have we missed before?
A whole lot. We'll say commit 490 million to restart the plant in June of next year.
And him run off him out, so them send down 2 big tractor, 2 big land mover. And when them question him, the tractor them have to restore land with the damage already. Never have to do any mining. Hey boy. How long we been talking about that plant needs to restart, Raleigh?
Yeah man, the plant closed down from 2019.
Where is aluminum now on the world market?
The price has increased significantly. We can't give you the immediate price in a short while.
But the price up there?
Yeah man, from long time the price has been increasing.
1,400 viewers we have right now. Now like up the video for me, please. Like up the video. Touch a thumbs up. That's all we ask. When you come here, you give the video a like. Touch the thumbs up so that YouTube know that you are all here watching the program and liking the program so that them can help to spread the program. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks to all the people who have been sharing this channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. So Ralston, anything new coming out of the government? Because we are cock ears every day, hoping that we're going to hear something from the government that will give us little hope. Any hope anywhere, Raleigh?
No, apart from that, from slide gain.
And that is June of next year. By that time, a whole heap of people dead for hungry.
Yeah, man.
Raleigh, when you're going to get one of them man upon your program? Raleigh's on RGR 94 FM.
Well, we have flight tomorrow.
You have flight tomorrow?
Yeah, man. Aluminum price is $330 per ton, per metric ton.
How much? 330 US.
Yeah, man.
And that's a good price compared to years before.
Yeah, man. So no, yeah, man. We have him tomorrow, man.
But where is our production? Are we producing anywhere near to our best?
Mining sector tumbled by 25% in the first quarter this year.
Tumbled by 25%. My God. When the price is up?
Yeah, man.
Because when war and anything, they are going and need more aluminum?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, God. Hey, God. So, Floyd will come.
We're underproduce almost everything that is in demand, which is a sad thing.
Raleigh,
go ahead.
Floyd will come on your program tomorrow. Will you be asking him about food security and how much the government will be investing?
Yeah, man, everything, man.
Listeners and viewers, Ralston is on tomorrow at 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Half an hour.
Everything right from there.
He's going to be your only guest, right? You can't have no more guests. The amount of things where you have to ask Floyd.
Well, we have one of the trade union leaders who normally represent the people at that aluminum plant. So we'll get some more information.
Oh, so you're dive down in the plant?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But we'll get Floyd, we normally talk about everything. Yeah?
Everything?
Yeah, man.
When you going to get Flavor?
Now come, man. Invite her over. She now come from my program.
Hey, God. No, she can't take real bowling.
No.
Because you are not a part of the government's choir.
No, man. Invite her over. She now come. We'll never see them.
Oh, God. The station is RGR 94 FM. Them have an app where you can download on your phone. You can listen to them online. Raleigh's on from 12:30 until 1 o'clock. And on a Sundays on from 12:15 until 1 o'clock. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
We're going to try make certain that we get that interview with Floyd Green so we can play it for you over here as well. Ralston, we're taking some calls. 1-876-804-7072. Where are the labor rights who are saying we're not in a recession and the country is in good economic standing? Where you all are? Why you can't make we hear some of the sense where you are talk? Because it's nonsense on the talking. Pure nonsense. Raleigh, let's take a little journey back to the 90s. Because I hear them say it was the 90s that PJ Patterson mashed up the country. Let's take a journey back in the 90s. The PNP won the election in 1989. What was the Jamaican economy like? Not just the debt to GDP. We know the debt to GDP was what? 265%?
262%.
262%, and the NIR was minus 500 million.
Yeah, which are two of the most important economic variables you can talk about, because although the economy grew by 5%, remember your debt to GDP was 262%. So although you grew by 5%, you weigh out a whack. So if you bring it down to an individual, although you weighed a couple more pounds, the amount of load that you were carrying were significantly higher than a couple more pounds. So the whole of your back and your neck up.
Let's get something straight. In 1989, the economy was growing by 5%?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but hold on now. But the perspective, you have to understand the perspective. So one people have to understand the thing.
Yes.
So even if you grow by 5% and your debt grow at that rate, you're not reach nowhere. You follow me? So you say,
I understand that. The debt was big, was too big.
Yeah, man. So your neck are broke.
But who caused that debt to be so big, Raleigh, and what was the reasons?
But the government, that was the government who about the money.
Because
the government, during that time, Jamaica was the largest recipient of U.S. debt, apart from Israel. So, that was the Seaga-Reagan connection.
So we used to get anything we want from the U.S. back then?
Yeah, because Seaga was America's money in the Caribbean, just like what we have right now.
And let me remind the people that for 6 years, it was one political side in the parliament. There was no opposition in the parliament.
Yeah, man.
So Edward Seaga had the opportunity to pass every bill, do anything he wanted to do.
Yeah, man.
And the best he could do was to take us to a debt ratio of 262% to the GDP that we had at the time. What was Jamaica's GDP at that time, Raleigh?
Well, we'll have to go back and do the research on that.
Okay. What was our job? What unemployment was like back then?
Unemployment was 24%. Poverty was 34%.
Unemployment 24%. Poverty was 34% under Papa Eddie.
Yeah, man.
Now, it is nice to put those figures out there because we know the labor rights they are listening. And we want you all to challenge those figures. We want to hear your figures out there. 262% debt to GDP, 24% unemployment. Poverty was what, 30 how much percent?
34%.
34% poverty. Here comes Michael Mandley and the crew. 1995, where was Jamaica's debt to GDP?
1995?
Yes, 95.
Whoa.
5 years after the PNP took government. Because, yeah man, do you think? We want to look at the trend, people, of when the debt start coming down. Because we know that in 2007, when we lost the election, the debt to GDP was 115%.
Yeah, man.
So the PNP brought the debt down from 262% to 115% during the time when the labor right doggers were out there on social media.
Well, 83.86%.
So at 1995, the debt to GDP come down to what?
83.86%.
83.86%. That time FinSac never come in yet.
Yeah, at that time we paid off the IMF and left the IMF.
And say bye-bye to the IMF. So we paid off the money them where Eddie borrow.
Yeah, prior to that we couldn't pass no IMF program.
So what?
That was the first time we successfully navigated that IMF program. That people used to say Omar Davies' team better than the IMF team. That team included Derek Latibodier, Shirley Tyndall as Financial Secretary, and Wesley Hughes as Director General of the Planning System.
But really, that sound like that was the best financial period of Jamaica's history.
Yeah, well, the period of the IMF. Yep.
At 1995, in 1989, the debt to GDP was 262%. And in 1995, we came down to 83.8%. Classic. They know them say the PNP can't manage the economy.
That's why we ended up in 2007 at 115 after FinSac.
After FinSac, but hold on, let's stay at 1995 a little bit. What was the unemployment rate at 1995 then? If we carry the debt down, my God, that means we nearly shave off almost 200% off of the debt to GDP, you know, man. From 262%. Hold on. Let me draw for my calculator. This is good stuff. 262 minus 83.8 is 178.2%. We take off at the debt to GDP, you know. That was classic. But by then, under Siaga, the banks and the non-deposit taking institutions were doing their shenanigans. They were organizing and building their edifice and using poor people money to buy them girlfriend, pretty car, misusing the deposits, misusing the investment of people. By that time, Siaga had borrowed the $30 million already, Raleigh?
No, not yet.
You never borrowed it yet?
Hold on. No, I'll come to that. Well, soon come to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the unemployment rate at that time, with different agencies have a different rate. It was an average of about 16% at that time.
So it came down from 24% to 16%. And poverty?
Poverty, okay.
We're looking for the figures, people. We're not making them up. That's why it's taking Raleigh a little time, because him dep on the machine now, I look for them figures there from back then. Because we're showing you a trend of who fixed the Jamaican economy every time that it is in trouble. Every time the GLP crash Jamaica, PNP have to fix it back. Yeah? And these
was 25% at that time.
So we brought it down from 34% to 25%. Hey, when I get the history. So when you hear them, I tell the lies. Ask them for the numbers. Tell them to give you the numbers. Because
one of the most significant things is that at that time, the first time we ever successfully navigated an IMF agreement since we started to borrow from the IMF in 1962 was in 1995. The arrangement in 1992 to 1995.
So when PNP came in power in 1989.
Davies wrote his own programs. Yeah.
So hold on, when the PNP came in power in 1989, was there an IMF agreement in place? Hold on, caller.
Yeah, man. But we always have failed the performance targets.
Oh, So we couldn't manage it. We couldn't cross it.
The JLP never successfully completed an IMF agreement. Yeah.
Hold on there. Good evening, caller.
Mr. Bell,
Yes, ma'am.
good evening.
Bless you.
I hope I find you well today.
Well, me vex because the government have bulldozed poor people structures over St. Thomas. And me not happy
Listen
about
to
that.
me. When I was going to university, Professor Gladstone Mills, you remember him?
Yes, I know the name.
Told us one day in class that he wants to make sure that we are learning because he's trying to educate us. He's not teaching us. He's educating us because he does not want any dunce, bachelor's, master's, or PhD people.
Yes.
Your ambassadors are dunce.
Why you say so, mama?
That video you played, where she said about the thing circulating.
Yes.
She's done.
Well.
Am I to understand that these are the dunce people we have running this country? That's why the damn country muck up and mess up. So
Yes. Yes.
she done. You can't try and get her on the program for an interview.
I am going to try. I am going to send. I normally send them emails and things, but they don't normally respond. But I promise myself, that I'm going to start post the invites that are sent to these people.
But she's turning herself into a political prostitute. Not a prostitute, a political prostitute.
Yes.
Because nobody educated and intelligent would have the gall to come on national radio, TV and say something like she's done. And
well, maybe she's talking about a different video though. Maybe the video that we are playing with Marco Roby is not the one she's talking about. Maybe there's another video.
Yeah, what you do? You see the woman where you play a while ago in the white dress?
Yes.
The preacher, the barn, what you call Warner woman?
Yes.
You better go get some Warner woman to Jamaica. You see some Jamaica people under spell.
I am giving you a warning. Giving you a warning.
I know obvious. The obvious Jamaica people can't see, they can't hear, and they can't think. Go find one Warner woman and see if you can, like how Kappa was for Saga. Find somebody to come clear off the spread off of the dumb set of brat them.
All
you
right.
have a wonderful evening. Here, darling,
Thanks for the
continue.
call. Yeah, man. Yes, Raleigh. Let's get back to this piece of history lesson here with upon. Yes. So, you were telling us that Omar Davis wrote his own plan. But in
one IMF program.
But in 1989, we had a IMF deal.
Yeah, man.
Coming out of the Siaga era.
Yeah, man.
And in 1992, we renegotiate that deal?
Yeah, man. Omar Davis wrote his own program. Him and Derek Latimore and Shirley Tindon.
Yes. And by 1995, you are saying that we paid off the IMF, not 97, it was 95, we paid them off.
95 months. I went on what we call a staff monitoring program.
Yes.
And we never went back there until 2010 after the mismanagement of the global economic crisis.
So from 1995 until 2010,
yep,
Jamaica was without an IMF deal. We were
managing,
managing on our own. But Audley Shaw told us in the campaign that cheaper money than IMF. So we knew that he was going to take us back to the IMF.
Yeah, man.
But before we got to the IMF, FINSA came into being when?
Well, the financial sector crisis started in basically 1992, 93 with Blaze Trust and Merchant Bank, and then mushroomed in 1995 with Central National Bank, and then Workers Bank, and all of that. Go up to 1997 when FinSAC was found by Davis. Yeah.
When did Siaga borrow that 30 million?
Yeah, well, within that period, from Central National Bank. Because Central National Bank went down.
Which period? Between 92?
Yeah, and Central National Bank. Yeah, man, because Central National Bank went down in 1996. Dan Crawford and the crew.
1990 when?
6.
So when Siaga borrowed the $30 million, he was not prime minister then?
No.
He was leader of the opposition.
Yeah, man.
So, my listeners and viewers, Raleigh, what are the reasons?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Actually, I borrowed it when he was prime minister because him guy used it to build Carinosa. Yeah, man. He was prime minister at the time.
Yes, because
So that was
him
a
and
carry.
Anthony Abrams.
Yeah, man. That was a carryover. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So, Carinosa is the same place where we call Enchanted Gardens.
Enchanted Gardens, man. Yeah, man.
Yes. And that was the time when Anthony Abrams was Minister of Tourism.
Yeah, man.
And Member of Parliament for Eastern Portland. And he told the people that Rio Grande was not safe for rafting because they wanted the tourists to go to Ocho Rios and go raft on the Marta Brae so as to support Enchanted Gardens / Carinosa down at Ocho Rios because that was their business.
Yeah, man.
Them time the rally, we have 3 ships come up Port Antonio in one day, you know.
I remember Tony was the Minister of Tourism, right?
Yes, he was the first Minister of Tourism.
Yeah, man.
So, what caused the bank meltdown? What caused the bank them to crash rally? What caused the banks to get into trouble?
So, you know, part of the IMF agreement that they had at that time was to liberalize the foreign exchange market and to liberalize the trade regime. Remember, under the PNP administration, those things were not liberalized. So the Seattle administration started the liberalization process. One of the things that we had at that time, we never had a proper exchange rate system. We had an auction, and it was a managed auction. Seattle used to manage the auction. Simply translated, they used to call some people and say, yo, the bother come today.
Yes.
The bother come tomorrow. The market never operate, right?
Right.
So
it makes it makes certain that there was no pressure on the market.
Yeah, so what we call a fixed exchange rate.
So I tell the businessman them say, hold off, nobody combine $1 today.
Yeah, man.
Continue.
So we had this 550 rate. When them lost the election, he went over BOJ on his farewell mission and said, yo, this thing will bust now. It's follow message here. So if a finance minister and a prime minister go to the market and say something like that, so it means market players are going to react in a negative way.
So it set up the country.
Yeah, man. So when in 90, the man them say, all right, we have to liberalize the foreign exchange market. So although we liberalize the market, we never have any foreign reserve. The reserves were minus $500 million. So right away, the liberalization started when we were like about $7 to the US one. So after the liberalization, the whole thing bust. The speculators attacked the dollar and the dollar dropped to 21 and change. So we never have no reserves and you never have a proper banking act. Omar Davies put in a proper banking act and all of them things. Yep.
Yes.
So that is how the whole thing started. All hell broke loose. Everybody had break the rules now because there were no rules and all of them stuff. So that is how the whole thing started. Yep.
And the man them now start flaunt
investors'
money.
Yeah, man start doing the thing what they want to do. The banks them start investing in concrete and steel and build up all kind of buildings. The bankers them started to use the depositors' money like their money. Yep?
Yeah.
When they run out of money now, them go to the BOJ to borrow money from the BOJ because the BOJ don't want the system to collapse. So BOJ continue to lend them money to operate and them continue to exploit that. So that's one of the reasons why we end up now with a situation where the man them said the IMF people must make the Bank of Jamaica independent because when the bank are independent, the man them always go to the bank to get money from the bank to keep.
Tell me something, Raleigh. Tell me something. There was a vexed issue that the government bail out NCB but did not bail out the other banks. Tell us about that.
Well, no, let me tell you something. It is not fair to say that the government bail out NCB and never bail out the other banks, because all of the banks then go down with money for taxpayers because the government continue to give them liquidity support.
Yeah.
Yeah? So that's not true, because Central National go down with about $6 billion.
But that's one of the things that Arlisha was upset about, that the government never bail out other banks and bail out NCB.
No, but I said that is rubbish, because the bailouts come in terms of giving them money, and I'm saying to you that the Bank of Jamaica provided liquidity support to all of them banks up to a certain point. That is why them go down. That is why them go down with money for the taxpayers. Yeah. So Century go down with about $6 billion. Delroy Lindsay and his banking group go down with about $7 billion. Eagle go down with about $14 billion. Yeah. That is how you get FinSAC to try to sell assets to try to get back the taxpayers money.
What was the cost to bail out NCB? Because NCB was bailed out.
Yeah, NCB was like $20 billion. So the total cost to the country was $140 billion, because when the FinSAC sell the assets, then when them takes from the banks in order to get back the taxpayers' money that was poured into all of those institutions, it ended up costing the taxpayers $140 billion.
Because so why the asset could not cover the costs?
Yeah, but remember, say I have a whole heap of bad loans and all of them something, so it now going to cover the cost. Yeah?
Plus some of the assets were collaterals for multiple loans.
Precisely. Them call it evergreening. Them a process of evergreening. All of them things take place. So you have man I use the same collateral to a whole heap of loan.
Yes.
Yeah? Man got a bank there and borrow with a collateral, and the another bank a collateral, and you have man who said them forgot to borrow.
Because Eddie Siaga said he forgot that he borrowed $30 million US. Who paid back that $30 million, Raleigh?
Taxpayers of Jamaica.
The taxpayers of Jamaica
man,
paid back that $30 million.
Yeah, that's a part of the $140 billion you have to pay back. And what about US now? It was in Jamaican dollar, US now.
What about people who lost their houses? They said that people commit suicide. People are still suffering because of FinSAC. How does that match up with Omar Davis telling me on this program that all depositors got back their money?
All of the depositors got back their money. All of the people who have them insurance policies got back their money. That's a part of the $140 billion that we lost. Part of the thing is that you have people on another thing that people need to know. So you go to a bank and you borrow money from the bank, right? The interest rate's gone.
Yeah.
So if you borrow money from a bank, yeah, and the cost of services, the loan is say $1,000 per month, then right, and you don't pay this month, yeah, the next month you have to pay the interest on the principal plus the $1,000 that you pay this month, and the whole thing just escalate, skyrocket, compound, we call it compounding, yeah. So that's how it happens to enough people, yeah. So it's a whole lot of things take place, yeah. So only for the borrowers them guilty of not dealing with the loans them properly, because the system was so loose, yeah.
And was it a case where when some of the banks fall, some people never pay upon them loan for all a year?
Of course, I want for that, man. I want for that take place, and some of them do it even before the falling take place.
Stop pay upon the loan.
Yeah.
Before I go to Neville, I have one more question to ask you. Not the final question on this, but I'm going to ask you this before I go to Neville. You, Ralston Iman, used to give Omar Davis hell. Why?
Well, my thing with him was that, you keep the interest rate high for too long. That was my thing. Yep. Because the way the inflation accelerates to over 90%, when do I use sharp shock, we call it in the economics, jack up the interest rates in order to contain that. And my thing to him was that you keep that too long.
So you were saying that, yes, it is a useful tool, but
you keep it for too long.
You overuse it.
Yeah, man, simple. And then come back and agree with that, yeah.
Never.
Hello, good evening.
Well, go on, brother.
You never.
Boy, much respect, you know. Colin, we have to give you a promotion, you know.
So what that now?
Yeah, man, me I promote you to professor in my world, man.
For what? What want me do so?
All right. Financial literacy.
Tell her. Me I learn.
I hit the thing, you know.
Yes, man. Them better come get it. They better come get it.
Yeah, man. Ralston. Ralston. You are the only person in the population right now of approximately 2.8 million people in Jamaica right now who is brave enough to tell the people of Jamaica this history. And we have to salute you for that.
Yeah, man, by the way, I wrote the first paper on FinSac, you know. You know who famous write that? Anthony Johnson, the father of Kamina Johnson.
The father of Kamina Johnson Smith.
Yeah.
Pay you to write the first paper on FinSac.
Correct. Yeah.
Tell her.
Ralston. You know, one of the bare-faced things I want you tell the people of Jamaica, all who have them money put on a bank and believe say the money in the bank and wait upon them. If all of us should go to the bank now, like say we go to NPBR, like how BNS are come out for the stock market and say, we want back with money now and we need it back. What would that, Ralston? Tell we be.
You have a run on the bank because we operate with what we call a fractional reserve banking system.
What is that?
In other words, the bank never have all of the money that you have in the bank at any one point in time. Because them things say when you come to make a withdrawal, somebody else come to make a deposit. That is how the system operates. Operate internationally. We call it fractional reserve banking. So tell the done them to learn about economics and finance. That's how the world operates. Yeah? So that is why the central bank give the banks what we call cash reserve ratios and them things. So when the bank says you have a 10% cash reserve ratio, what am I say to you say, when you bring $100,000 come out the bank will need to keep 10% of that in cash, $10,000, and then can put the rest right in our securities and all of them something. Yeah? If they find themselves in a problem, they approach the Bank of Jamaica, and the Bank of Jamaica sort out the problem to them temporarily. Yeah. So it's a fractional reserve system we operate because they don't expect everybody to come at the bank at the same time. So that is why when you have lots of confidence in our bank, you have a run on the bank. Simple.
Never?
Colin.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make it my point of duty to come to Portland the 30th of July.
The 31st.
The 31st of July to meet and greet some people.
Yes, man. Just want to remind all listeners and viewers to this channel. On the 31st, we're having a link up at Boston Beach. May I cook some food? Me want to know how much people are come because we are going to cook some food. The food is going to be free. We are cook some food, play some domino, chit-chat, meet and greet, shake and then the next day we're up on the channel again. So, all who can forward, it's a meet and greet.
Yeah, Ralston, I want to ask you this. Don't you think it's a crying shame on Jamaican people for the FinSac report not to be published?
Yeah, man, of course.
But Neville, instructive that you bring up that. Because I hear some people out there say, oh, government spent $30 million for a forensic auditor come audit the Prime Minister finance, statutory filing. Them want the report because we spent $30 million. Raleigh, how much have we spent for the FinSac report?
$150 million.
5 times. 5 times. 5 times Cliff Hughes. 5 times the 30 million you're talking about was spent for the FinSac report. We want the FinSac report. Give it to us.
Ralston. Ralston. You don't know how you will get to go into the Ministry of Finance, you know. But me don't know, but you have to go into the Senate, you know. Me don't know how you will get into the Senate. Which one of them are going to appoint you as an independent senator? But we need you on a wider scope to help rescue the Jamaican people before 2040.
Okay.
Take care of
I
yourself.
can tell you one thing, Neville. Thank you. That if the PNP come into office tomorrow morning, Ralston will be an advisor. I don't know if he might be a senator, but I'm sure that he's going to be somewhere around the Ministry of Finance giving advice. Dr. Peter Phillips started the trend, and it was successful. But let's touch back a little bit, Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Down at Dr. Peter Phillips, Dr. Omar Davis.
Yeah, man.
You at the time, because I will labor, I don't know this. Because them have one of them called Madam Speaker. Tell me, say you are Omar and PJ. Boy, the lack of knowledge is a hell of a thing. But you back then, Raleigh, away from the high interest rate, what other issues you were having with Dr. Omar Davis and the administration at the time in managing the economy?
That was the main issue, because that was the only thing that him really did wrong, yeah, in terms of the prolonged application of the high interest rate regime. That was the major problem. Yeah.
So you had no problem with us leaving the IMF and taking higher interest loans?
Well, one of the reasons for that, because when we're talking about higher interest loans, yeah. So the IMF put a constraint on you in terms of how you deal with things like investing in infrastructure and the social sector and all of those things. The country had enough confidence where they could have gone to the international capital market. So when the thing with the money are both right and about Moody's and S&P tell them that Omar Davis originate them something there. Because the market had so much confidence in them. Obviously, I used to say, boy, Omar Davis could just stay upon him phone or the Minister of Finance and call him, send them a foreign and get money for borrow.
Yes.
Yeah, that was all the criticism that they had of him.
So you are saying that back in the 90s, the rating agencies rate Jamaica highly?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because of Davis's performance.
What was the difference with IMF then and the difference with IMF now, if any?
IMF is easier to deal with now than in Davis' time. Davis is the man who came IMF in Jamaica. So, IMF was more rigid in the 90s, 70s, 90s, and 2000s. IMF more rigid than now. IMF easier now.
Is it true that back then they used to tell you exactly what to do, how to run the country when you take money from them?
Of course. That's why I tell you, Davis is the first Jamaican finance minister who wrote his own program. And make them know, say, we are right to program. You can't tell what to do.
How did he achieve that though? What caused the IMF to give him that latitude?
Because of his competence and the competence of his team.
So all right. Let's look at FinSAC came into being now. Things get rough. $140 billion. What percent of GDP was that?
That was like 40% of GDP at the time.
So it cost the country almost half of the country's GDP to deal with the meltdown of the banks, to deal with the crashing of the banks. How many banks crashed, Raleigh?
Holy, man. Holy, all of the major ones, the entire financial sector basically wiped out. The only banks that were left standing were the banks that were owned by international people. Citibank, NA, Scotiabank, the foreign banks then. Because they never go off course and get reckless because they have to follow with them headquarters.
What about the credit unions?
Credit unions never get because they're not reckless. So
the banks at the time, because NCB also invests in farming and all of them kind of stuff back then.
Yeah, going on non-core business.
So the banks weren't just depending on giving loans and taking deposits. They were active in business.
Yeah, man.
No. So after the banks them crash and Dr. Davis put in FinSAC, at what stage did the Jamaican economy get back on track? Because you are saying 1995 our debt to GDP was 83.8%. When did we start losing back that kind of economic stability? And when did we get back on track?
Well, FinSAC was basically closed by 2001 and the economy started to move in a positive direction. So by 2007, the last time Jamaican economy grew by 3% was in 2007. You know.
Let not come
The
so
debt-
fast yet, because there was a time when we had high inflation. Tell us about inflation was what? 80% at one time?
Yeah, man, up to 90%. That is why I'm tell you about the sharp shock on the high interest rate regime. That is when him jack up the interest rate regime. Remember when Davies become finance minister? Davies now became finance minister in 1992. You know. When time that the whole thing, the whole thing was in train already. He inherit that, yeah.
Yeah. So he
So I
inherit
never-
the collapse of the banks.
Yeah, I never
Yes.
him created him inherit most of them thing there. Yep.
So would
And
you say then that the issue with the bank started in the 80s under Siaga?
It began there and then it accelerated in the 90s.
Yes. Right. So
After the liberalization of the foreign exchange markets without any proper preconditions in place.
So tell me now, FinSA came into being. When did we hold on before we go there? So tell me about that high inflation. In what year? What were the years when we had that 80% inflation?
1992.
1992.
After the liberalization. Liberalization took place in September 1990 and all hell broke loose after that.
So right after the GLP lose, the strings that were holding the thing together bust up.
Yeah, man, because me I said once I went to the BOJ, I said the whole thing of a bus. And then the man was forced to liberalize the foreign exchange market under pressure from the IDB, the World Bank, and the IMF.
So
when we had no reserves to deal with it.
Was Siaga like a traitor to the country at the time then?
Well, I don't want to use the word traitor, but that was a very bad thing to do. A finance minister who is loyal to the country can't go and tell the market say the exchange rate of a bus after you lose. When the market, they don't know from day one, say what you were doing was the wrong thing because you were suppressing the market, because the 550 was a suppression, because you can't have a 550 exchange rate with no reserves and you are on massive trade deficit.
So let's go back to 1989. The debt to GDP was 262%. The net international reserve was minus 500 million, meaning that we never had no net international reserve. We actually owed people 500 million US.
Yeah, man, we're on massive trade deficits.
Massive trade deficit, unemployment 24%, poverty 34%. What was inflation then?
Inflation was 8.9%.
8.9%. So after him lose, inflation skyrocket.
Yeah, man, but basically skyrocket because of the movements in the exchange rate from 7 to 21.
From $7 to $21, triple.
After the liberalization of the foreign exchange markets.
How people manage then rally with that kind of inflation?
Well, boy, I tell you, it was very desperate.
So, when the inflation start going down?
Start go down, like when we start reach 1994, 1995 on everything.
So go ahead.
Under the new IMF dispensation with Davies and Latimer and Shirley.
So 1992, who was finance minister? You Small?
Yeah, Davies took over from you Small.
So
you Small took over from PJ and Davies took over from you Small. Yeah.
So PJ was finance minister when Michael won 1989.
Yeah, liberalization. It was Foggy Mullins first and then PJ.
So Michael was looking for stable hands.
Yeah, man.
Omar Davis did not win a seat in the 1989 election.
No, man. Omar became finance minister when PJ became prime minister. Arthur Jones being the Secret of Jungle. Yeah.
Oh, so Michael resigned. Which year Michael resigned again?
Michael left in 1992, I think. 1991, 1992.
Right.
So Omar was PJ's finance minister.
So PJ go for Omar deliberately to put him on finance because Omar was at University of the West Indies.
Yeah, man. A senior lecturer in the Department of Economics.
All right. So the debt to GDP was 83.8% in 1995. What was the cause of it now start going back up till it reached 115 at 2007?
Well, the only thing is that 40% of your GDP wipe out because of the financial sector crisis. They must have a problem.
So the bank crisis was like Melissa then?
Yeah, man. It's very, very heavy impact on the economy. Yeah, 40%. Melissa 57. That was 40. Yeah.
40%.
Yeah, man.
What were some of the things, though, Raleigh, that we did to bring back the economy after that FinSac debacle, after the 262% debt to GDP?
Well, you had the massive Spanish invasion, and you had the building of highways and all of them things there. And the highways, yeah, I waste them, they waste money by building highways and them things. You had the massive
What you mean massive invasion? But PNP never do nothing in the 90s. What are you talking about?
You have the massive Spanish invasion, you have the telecoms invasion. Where do you think Digicel come out? Digicel come out in 2002. So, all them things, telecoms, massive Spanish invasion in the hotel sector, and the building of highways. So, those things.
So, all the Spanish hotel came here under PJ Patterson?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
The Highway 2000, the North Coast Highway, JUTC. What impact did those have on the economy?
Massive. The opening up of the telecom sector with Digicel and everything there. Yeah. The BPO sector, what I talk about now, started with them. Yeah.
The used car sector.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All of them things. All of those things. The massive remittance inflows and all of them things started all of that time.
I am asking my listeners and viewers, are doing this deliberately, people. Are doing this deliberately. Because we have some young people out there who are on social media and they want to challenge some propagandists, but they don't have the facts. I'm asking you to invite them to look at this program and to get the facts. And also let them know that Ralston Hyman lived the FinSac era. Which other journalists, Raleigh, who used to look at the economics of Jamaica then is still around now doing it?
Very few. Because them time there man like Owen James and them man who deceased now. Yeah, very few. Patrick the Freighter still don't agree now, I think. Yeah, them man there. Yeah.
But you see any of them out there on social media are active out there in the space?
No.
They are not there.
No. And most of the young people will know what go on about that.
And not doing the research, or they are being paid to spread a lie.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm.
How would you rate PJ Patterson as a prime minister?
Well, I'd say in terms of the economy, them stabilize the economy, and I'd say in terms of infrastructure spending, him did a whole lot of infrastructural work, and it reduced the political violence temperature.
And any prime minister do more infrastructural work in Jamaica than PJ Patterson, Raleigh?
No, him really started the process. I'm saying reduce the political temperature.
That's a major achievement.
And mobilize the most foreign investment. Then when they mobilize no foreign investment, all you hear the talk. You can look at the DOJ figures. Foreign investment drop underneath them.
Well, you say PJ Patterson mobilized the most foreign investment in Jamaica as any prime minister?
Yeah, man, and them can go and look on the DOJ.
More than Michael Manley?
Yeah, man.
More than Eddie Siaga?
Yeah, man.
More than Bruce never stayed too long?
No. I remember we lose foreign investments under Mike because of the whole political tension and this and that and that and that and that.
But Portia get a lot of foreign investment though, Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
And hold on. You have a figure for me from yesterday. The foreign direct investment for 2015.
No, well, DOJ, that's not on the site. So, yeah, they never start that. You never get that from DOJ.
You never get that?
Them started at 2016.
Willow.
So the biggest slide in FDI flows take place under this administration.
The biggest slide in foreign direct investment take place under Andrew Holness administration.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Willow.
Yes, Mr. Colin.
Yes, caller, go right ahead.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, thank you.
Yeah. Me I go tell you now. Me born 70, you see?
Yes.
And you see, When we watch both government, which is GLP and PMP, or it all run the country, to me, the PMP have to poor people. And the labor have to be rich. Yeah, man. And I'm going to tell the reason why I say, you see? Most of the time, I see they run the country, they don't put nothing in place if we benefit Jamaica people. Because when I see PJ Patton for 18 years, I see him putting a whole heap of things that people can get benefit from and people can work and look after themselves and family, right? And you have more control of the food, control more stable. That people can even buy food and take care of themselves and their family. It's when labor coming up over, then every minute the food them go up all the way, you know, the control and nothing at all. Everything is go up sky high. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when the things them go up sky high, you happen that, for instance, when anybody running like minimum wage can't buy food. That's why God forbid I go and see this and it's on a way send it. That's just enough you lose them way. Because when they say they don't want parents can help themselves already. And then come up and can get a job. Some of them have a skill to put themselves forward. So then go to the gun.
Yes.
And them themselves now, broke the youth them brother and give them guns to kill them brother and sister. Me always me small, me always watch them thing and say, when a man take a gun and kill them brother and sister, what the benefit them get from that? A person need work, daddy. Daddy can work and take care of themselves and take care of them family, brother. Because when a man take a gun in a brother, you know, then you get gun create meme, you know. That don't benefit nobody, you know.
Yeah, man, can't benefit nobody. Can't benefit
you know
nobody.
what I mean? So you people need work, that they can work and get their own money for take care of yourself and take care of yourself. But brother, and the thing they may have a problem with too, they don't put them people to work. You know what I mean? They don't put things in place that people can work and maintain and say they don't put no factory, they don't put no school, they don't put no hospital, nothing at all to benefit the country, brother. So that's the time, that's the reason I say lose off a GLP them, brother. They don't put no benefit, the PM for them put no benefit for the poor class, one them. And the fact is the truth, brother. It's not what we're saying, but me talk about me say happen, brother. They're not run the country good. Look how much things about the PMP that ask and question and then now come forward, you know, everything else, I hide everything. Me have to say to myself, and I say to you now, why they keep on hiding things and not come public to the people them? Why they not come public to the people?
Because the things that they do not right. If the things where you do good, you don't have to hide it. You come forward and tell it all. But when you have bad things that do, you have to hide it. Because you don't want the people them know the truth.
So for me personally, you see a lot wrong with them, I do. Then if you got the whatever, and if you investigate the whole of them and the whole of them come out of parliament and clean up the whole country, my country come back right, brother.
Yeah, man.
And because anything them do wrong, you know. Let me tell you something. To be honest with you, you see anything them do wrong, you know, hurt not that them not the opposition, you know. And we people
that
the country, you know.
The average man, it hurt the most, man. Yeah, man. The average man.
Because when they get rich and come out and gone, when they gone, good with themselves. At the end of the day, the country go feel the gun tight, you know, brother.
Yes, man. All right, caller, we're going to run.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So big up yourself and thank you for big up Randstand. I do a good job, brother. Thank you for teaching, brother. I learn from you as well. Big up yourself, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Caller, good evening. All right, so when I hear you, I have to move over. Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
I ask
so
you.
as I said now, in by 2007, based on all of those investment flows and all of those things, the economy grew by 3%, inflation fell to 5%, unemployment fell to 9%, poverty fell to 9.9%, and the fiscal deficit was 5%. That was what was handed over to the JLP administration.
And that's 2007.
Yeah, man.
Hold on, Marshall. Give me those figures again, Raleigh, 2007.
Growth was 3%. Poverty was 9.9%. Unemployment was 9%. Inflation was 5.5%. And the fiscal deficit was 5%. Net international reserves, $2.4 billion. That was what was handed over.
And that was the last time the Jamaican economy grew by 3%?
Yeah, man.
Before I go to Marshy, what was the effect of the revolutionization of the telecommunications industry on the Jamaican economy?
Massive. That is what helped to drive the growth that we're talking about and the position that we ended up in 2007. Massive. Massive. Massive.
Marshy.
Yeah, man. Hey, quickly. I listen to you and listen, Ralston. But I hereby declare that you guys run evening time here. Because me go over there, so go look a while ago. Would you believe it, that 362 people over there? 362 of them over there. And me look over here, so I see 1,300 and growing.
Yes, sir.
Because the people are seeking knowledge, the people listening to you and Ralston, because they're going over here to knowledge them.
Yeah, man, and the truth.
The truth will set you free.
The truth will set you free.
Continue, yeah, man, continue. You guys continue to do what you're doing because you're speaking truth. Ralston.
All right, sir.
When you say true, because, Ralston, remember when Omar Davis used to give news analysis on RJR and Peter Abrams and other, you know. So sometimes I feel like, you hear, sir? So when you say,
by the way, let me give you an instance. You see over there, sir? Just for the people who don't know. Me used to work with over there one time, you know.
Yeah?
And when me and Omar Davis in the war, we did to interview him over there, sir, and the man said, nah, come on the program as long as me on the program over there, sir. And the man over there, sir, tell me to stand down.
For Omar Davis come?
Yeah.
So hold on. Madam Speaker, Ralston used to work with Cliff Hughes, though?
Yeah, man.
And Cliff Hughes was supposed to interview Omar Davis.
Yeah, man.
And Omar said if Ralston Iman did him knock forward.
Yeah, what I'm saying. And you know what I'm saying? Him said they always try to embarrass him. So him now come on the program. Yeah.
With Ralston Iman.
Yeah.
And Cliff Hughes told Ralston Iman to stand down.
Yeah, man.
So that Omar can forward so him get the interview.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a play thing.
And
what we can tell you, you know, them time them think Ralston a labor right, you know.
All right.
But I used to love listen to you because from your boy I love numbers.
And
see him like how you hear my reel off the numbers them now. I saw him used to reel them off. See him God Almighty way. No difference. And I admired you from them days, the rally.
Let me give another instance. Perkins was on the same station during the morning time. So Cliff was in the evening and Perkins was in the morning.
Yeah.
Them time there, Perkins used to call me every single day.
Yeah.
And I say, yo, call Dr. Greenspan. I want to hear what he has to say about this. Because Perkins was anti-Omar.
So you used to call Greenspan?
Yeah.
Tala. Yes.
All right. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Caller, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
Good evening. Yeah, man, I can endorse that. I've been listening to Ralston for a long time. Ralston used to bat lick Omar Davis like Richards used to lick the ball.
Yeah, man, the man used to beat Omar hard.
Right.
No
The
play
question
thing.
I want to ask, Ralston can correct me if I'm wrong, but it is my opinion that Siaga laid the foundation for FinSac because he fixed the dollar at 550.
Yeah, man.
And when the PNP took over and we liberalized the economy, the factories did not have the tools to compete with the rest of the Caribbean.
You're spot on, man. You're correct.
We fell down on our legs. And it was left to Omar Davis to come and correct it.
Yeah, man. You're correct. Spot on.
Raleigh.
Spot on.
Correct.
Raleigh, why did Peter Phillips bring in JUTC and what year was that?
Same place in the 90s, about 1991, 1992, because we needed a proper public transportation system because the middle passage situation that Colonel Charles had developed. We couldn't deal with it. It wasn't efficient. It was an efficient system.
Right.
We needed a proper, and we still need a proper public transportation system. If we're going to improve productivity, we have to improve the JUTC and get the JUTC to run properly. So all we're talking about productivity, if we now have a proper public transportation system, we're not reaching away. Cars every day and all of them things not carry the country away now. Because we burn expensive gasoline with foreign exchange and we now get the people to work on time and all of those things. So we still have to rethink this thing about public transportation.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, the question is, the credit unions did not fall under FinSac, and it always puzzles me, why is it they regulate the credit unions to the ground so much so that they are no longer the same entity they used to be. It used to be a family-oriented situation. No, it's not anymore. I hang up and listen.
That's a very good question. The credit unions are rejected or sought not to be regulated by the BOJ. But you know, under the IMF dispensation, get them for ball. But you're right.
Raleigh.
Yeah.
What right this government has done since 2016 as it relates to the economy? Tell us about the good things that they have done.
You know what I say, brother? Then me say one thing them get credit for and then not do it right, them overdo it. Yeah? Is to maintain stability and the debt to GDP ratio. In other words, they maintain stability to the point now where the economy is just stone dead. Simple. Yeah? So even another thing with them where people give them credit for and then say them do good, them overdo it. So anything where you overdo, it ends up bad. And that's how it's there right now.
So you are saying that the financial discipline, they have maintained that discipline to the detriment of the country?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But how could you remain disciplined and it kill you?
But, because, all right, think about it. It's like you go up on a diet.
Yes.
And you go up on a diet until you weak in your body. Simple as that.
Oh.
Because you overdo it. You overdo it. And I thought that from 9 o'clock there and then several come on a continue and same foolishness.
So they have not focused on growing the economy. They focus on staying in the same place. Marking time till you start go slower and slower. Your foot now reach your chest no more. Then it start by your waist and then it barely come off of the ground. Till right now it dip on the ground and your foot now move. In fact, you're sinking. You have now beat that spot. You have beat the one spot so constant till you have sunk 7.1, 7.3%, and then you sink another 4%, and you're still sinking.
Correct. That's the point I'm making. Yeah.
So
anything we overdo. Yeah. There's no balance.
So you give the government no credit for the economic well, there's no stability because we are in a recession.
We are in a recession.
Right. So the government have no credit for the work that they have done on the economy.
No, you can't. No, because you overdo it, you can't give somebody credit for putting in a recession.
And at the same thing, you don't beat Omar for because him overdo the high interest rate
regime. Yeah, because economics is about balance. Life is about balance. You don't give rate a doctor will give a drug will make you sicker than what you were before. You can't rate him. At the same thing. Them thing have common sense, brother. The grandmother tell them thing, man, life is about balance. Why you think you have 2 and 2 foot? You have to say a plane with one wing yet?
You have to balance.
You have to balance, brother. It's all about balance.
So you have to balance the book and balance people's life.
Simple. Simple. That is what Mama Felix said. Yep.
Ralston, the history lesson heavy this evening.
Yeah, man.
Tomorrow
we
need to look at the way forward, Ralston.
All right.
So we can give the people them some solution. This is the history
of
what gone. Solutions is needed. Let's take a final call. If you don't like the video yet, like it. No, where's the rally?
We have the solution, man.
So we have
them solution free and then not take it.
So tomorrow, call Andrew Wellness, call Favor because tomorrow is solution time. This evening, we give the correct history because they tell a lot of lies about the history and hide a lot of it. Caller, good evening. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, caller.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Shaka. All right, look here. I think what the Virgin was crying this evening. At Jonah.
Yeah.
I think that should play almost every day, make everybody hear.
So we need to cut it off and play it, make them hear.
Cut it off cut it off and make our bloggers get it rasta.
I'll fix it.
It really touching.
Yeah, man.
And factual.
Yeah, man. Government must stop lick down poor people house.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. You need to sort that out. And you know, there are so many things. And the thing about the TCN, brethren, enough questions are asked and no question are answered.
All right, brother.
A lot of questions are asked, enough not answered.
We're not left that night, I know. We're still on that. So we'll talk.
Man. So respect and we keep in touch. Respect.
Yeah, man. Yes, Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Anything you want to say before we wrap up? As we said, tomorrow evening, we want to look at the way forward, how to fix this broken economy that we have in Jamaica, how to fix the recession that we are undergoing now, how back to school going to look September for parents who have lost their job. 25,700 people lost their job from April 2025 to April of this year, and it looked like more people going to lose them job.
Yeah, man. So I say life is about balance. Economics is about balance. It can't be just about focusing on one variable. There are many variables in an economy. So it's not about debt to GDP. It's also about growth. That are the most important economic outcomes. The primary objective of economic policy is to grow the economy and to improve the quality of life of the people, reducing poverty and all of those things. If the economic policy not achieving those objectives, it is a failure. Simple.
So, Raleigh, tomorrow evening, I want you also look for some numbers in terms of from 2016 till now, because like one man came the other day and was telling us that in 2021-22 we grew by 5%.
That was recovery.
I know it was a recovery. So we want the numbers that where we fell and what we recover from. So we want to put all of them up on the table and then we show the people them what it is that Jamaica needs to do. Raleigh know what it needs to do. I know what it needs to do. That the country can go on a growth trajectory.
Yeah,
we have to start growing the economy, that the average man in the street can feel the growth. No man can feel 0.8% growth. And I'm sure that it is below that now. For the last 10 years. Before Hurricane before Hurricane Melissa, the average growth of Jamaica's economy was 0.8%. Less than 1%. That was the average growth. That needs to fix. So now call Favour Williams, call Xavier Main, call Andrew Holness. They need to watch the program tomorrow evening.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's class time, man. It's class time.
Yeah, man.
Done with the foolishness. Tomorrow, brother, we chat.
All right, brother. Blessed love.
Yes, man. Listeners and viewers, Portland Spice subscribers and ambassadors, let me thank everybody for being here this evening. Thanks to the teacher, the professor, the greatest of all time, Ralston Hyman was here with us this evening. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening for another Colin Bell show. The best discussion on governance in Jamaica. Balance, reasonable. We have the history and we are giving the solution. Portland Spice TV. We want to be what you want to see.
Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Tell them to try pre-we, big up Portland Spice TV. Remember to subscribe. See, Portland Spice TV, Louis Culture said it once and we say it again. Portland Spice TV. We are going to hold them